Today we're going to do a very special install. We are going to install a point-to multi-point. Now let me explain the situation as to why we're doing this. If you look right here, you can see a satellite dish that was providing internet, and the company that shall remain nameless, they decided for whatever reason last year they were going to drop every customer that was on this satellite in the entire country of Canada. In this area specifically, you could not convert onto another satellite. So there is no other possible form of internet in this area. We had to come up with a solution. The solution is, you see there's a boat coming to pick us up. We're going to install it over there across the water, and we're going to beam it back over here and 2 properties over. So let's get this done. And this is the master point-to-point here. It's got an A on it, and the other ones have a B. Most importantly, the switch is to the A position, just in case they put the wrong sticker on. So you want to make sure before you install these that everything is in the right position, because otherwise you're going to have major problems. Okay, so for this one, we are going to put screws in because we have this little mount on the back. So basically I got to try to figure out how to even these out. So I'm going to put the one on the right here just for the sake of the camera. So I'm just going to drive this in. Basically I'm going to go like that. I'm going to put a little scratch where I want to put the screw, try to make it the same height as the other one. Okay, we got some friction there that's going to hold it in. That's good. These do not have to be specifically lined up. There's a lot of range that they have, so as long as they're solid. So we have 2 ports. This is on this particular model. So we have the port there that says for 100 megs and for 1,000 megs. So let's go for 1,000. What the hey? So now you're going to see it's powering on because we have the PoE injector inside the cottage plugged in right now. This is only going to be able to connect to a certain point right now because there's nothing else plugged in as of yet. So we're going to get this positioned here. Well, before we get too carried away here, let's put the cap on it. So just make sure our cable's lined up here. Okay, so there's one. And I'll probably put a clip in it to keep it nice and tidy. So yeah, I'll clip that cable and then back in the boat we go. Okay, so we're back from our adventure from across the water now. This is a Cat 5e burial grade wire. So I have put the end on it already. Now, let me get this dish out of here. Trying ever so hard not to drop my DeWalt in the lake. Oh, by the way, if you're curious, I did install this a long time ago. Okay, so let's grab some cable ties. So they will give you typically some pipe clamps with them. I don't like them a lot because well, I guess on these ones it's not too bad because this contours the pole. But I like to use these UV resistant, so black ones. You have to use black ones. Okay, I'm making sure I get it relatively aimed where it wants to go, which I do. And of course, the most important part of all installs, cut the tails off your cable ties. Okay, and last but not least, we're going to plug our cable in. Just like with the other one, we're going to plug it into the one that says 1,000 megs. Okay, now cap on. There we go. Okay, now I'm just going to put a couple cable ties, tie it to the pole, and then we'll go up to the cottage and plug it all in. Okay, so here we are at location number 3. So I'm going to stick the mount on this tree here because everything else is pretty buried under foliage. In case you're wondering, this arm is meant for this. Okay, now learning from the last one, I'm going to plug this in before I mount it, like I did on the first one. Okay, again into the 1,000 meg port. Before I do that, I'm going to make sure the switch is in the right spot. And it is, it's in the B position. Okay, now if you pan around, be able to see the little white boathouse over there that we put the main master on. Okay, so that's a nice clean line of sight. Okay, so we had a little bit of an issue the other day. You come wearing a different shirt here. It's a couple days later, we had to come back. We got started late the other day and ran out of daylight and energy as far as that is concerned. So the one over there across the water, we had to go back over there. We took these ones with us. So we took this one and the one at the other place, which is a couple doors down, took them over there and paired them up, made sure the internet was going through. The problem that we had was on the one over there, we ended up changing the plug from the 1000 megs to the 100 megs, and that fixed it. Weird. I don't know why it would be like that, but anyway, that's what it was. So that's troubleshooting for you. We could have been over there for a while, but we got lucky on that one. Having said all of that, this one's paired up, the other one's paired up. Everything's working over here. With these ones here, they do go up to 3 kilometers. Maybe the camera guy / editor can put miles on there for you. We're going about a half a kilometer, so 500 meters over to the other one. Somebody gauged it one time. I think it's like 503 meters or something like that. So not overly far, but far enough. Problem solved. So anyway, there you have it. Okay, so there you have it. We're back at the shop now. There's a couple things that I want to explain to you. I was watching the video with my wife there, and she's like, why did you put the boxes so low, or especially the one on the tree? Why'd you put it so low? And I told her, I said, if you watch where the camera goes around, I have to get under the tree. So the position of these guys, all three of them are in not the best position as far as, it's nice to be able just to put it on the side of a house. None of those buildings can see each other. So that's why one's on the tree, one's down at the water on that pole that was put in for the satellite dish, and the other one's on the boathouse, because those are the only places we can get clear line of sight. And the customers are going to deal with the cable after the fact. So that's why that's the way it is. I'm going to explain to you what I know and what I've heard about the satellite situation, because it's a very strange thing that happened. First of all, these customers, the two on the mainland, they were kicked off of Xplore because the satellite was shut down. That we know for a fact. Happened last November and December. They did not want to get kicked off. They wanted to have their own internet, but they had no way to get internet. So we kind of had to break the rules, because you're only supposed to have one service per residential property, according to, I'm sure, every internet company. We had no choice, guys. Either it was that or they were getting no internet. And they have no cell reception, kind of an extreme circumstance. There's a couple houses down, or a couple cottages down. I have to go do a similar thing because of the exact same reason. Absolutely buried under trees and got thrown off of their satellite. So I'm just going to clarify this multi-point system that we put in there, the point-to-points. So if you take two, usually this one will be on your house, and then this one might be on your barn, or barn and maybe another shop building or something like that. That's perfectly normal. That's what they're meant for. This jumping from property to property thing, like I said, it's a last resort. I don't condone people doing it, but like I said, under the circumstances right now, we had no choice. I can't leave these people without internet. Xplore did that, not me. I hear lots of things because I have lots of clients, so I kind of know what's going on, but I can't verify this to be absolutely true, so just kind of take it for what it's worth. Xplore, the company in question, it has another satellite, Viasat-1, that is due for termination of service in the next 6 months or a year or something. It's not long. It's at the end of its service life. So they're going to lose a whole bunch more customers. That's their own internal problem. I'm not going to get into that. I did an install a couple days after what we showed you there at a different place and put him on Starlink. And we have lots of Starlink videos in case you're interested in that as well. But anyway, after I put him on the Starlink, he called to cancel the Xplore, and they offered to put him on another satellite and give him 10 times more speed, which means Jupiter 3. Because in Canada, Xplore uses Viasat and HughesNet. We rent space on their satellites. So, why is this interesting? These customers that got thrown off of Xplore, they were not offered to go on to the Jupiter 3 satellite because it was full. And no new customer can go on it. So they didn't have the option of doing it. But now, if you call to cancel your service, they miraculously have space on the satellite. So once again, it's what I heard. I can't verify it. Make up your own mind what you think of that. But anyway, if that's the case, pretty dirty. So just on a side note, if you're watching this and you're in Canada and you have a box that says Viasat on it, you're going to lose your satellite when Viasat-1 goes down. They'll tell you ahead of time. I'm just giving you an extra heads up. Anyway, if you like what you saw, please like, share, subscribe, leave us a comment. And if we help give you value and you want to help us out with the channel, you can donate to our Buy Me a Coffee, which we'll have linked below. And we will link down below in the description as well a bunch of different components, such as the point-to-points and maybe routers or something. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.